we're going to talk about 3 realistic, strong options for stopping self-sabotage. And even though they're all 3 important, the last one is probably the most important. Have you ever had one of those days where you know you should be working on your goals, but instead you might be scrolling, looking for the latest dog trick? Because honestly, I've done the same, and sometimes still could find myself doing that. We've all been there, just caught up in that self-sabotage cycle, causing us to really avoid what matters. Today is different, because today we're going to break that cycle and get out of your own way. Get comfortable, because I'm going to show you how. Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm so glad you're here. I have been through my fair share of challenges, growing up with scoliosis, going through spine surgeries, navigating my parents' divorce as a child, and that's just the beginning. Chronic pain has been a part of my journey for years. Lyme disease, complex regional pain syndrome, a little collision with the fence in the backyard that left me with a broken neck and some residual pain. However, through all of these experiences, I have learned to rebuild myself, not just physically, but mentally too. See, I've come to realize that every challenge has taught me something very powerful about mindset, intuition, and manifestation. I've really had to dig deep down inside. I'm here to help you do the same. I know you can align with your true purpose and create a life you love, no matter what you're going through. Creating a life that truly feels aligned with who you are. Self-sabotage is sneaky. It's like one minute you're totally pumped up and ready to take on the world, and then the next minute you're scrolling through Instagram wondering why you're not where you want to be. Trust me, I've been there. However, here's what I realized. Self-sabotage is really about the beliefs we hold about ourselves. Once we start shifting those beliefs, everything else starts to shift too. I can't tell you how many times I've set a goal and then somehow immediately found every excuse in the book to avoid it. Oh, I'll clean the house first. I can't begin to approach this project until the house is clean. Before that, I wasn't planning to clean the house. All of a sudden, it became a little more desirable. We all have our reasons for avoiding the things that matter most. But here's the thing, it's okay. You're not alone in this. And the good news is that you can absolutely change it. And if I can, I know you can. We're going to talk about 3 realistic, strong options for stopping self-sabotage. Number 1 is set small, manageable goals. Instead of going big and possibly getting overwhelmed, or probably getting overwhelmed, start small. Instead of saying, I'm going to go to the gym every day this week, that's a steep goal to start with. And even though it sounds amazing of an accomplishment,
what were you thinking?
It's not very realistic for a starting goal and can set you up for failure. Instead of, I'm going to work out for an hour, start with, I'm going to stretch for 10 minutes, 1 day a week. When you accomplish that goal, when you stretch that 1 day, you will feel the accomplishment of doing that goal. That will in turn build confidence in you to go further, to build on that new habit. I noticed that when I changed my goals to more bite-sized, realistic goals, I had much more success. And even though at first it might have sounded small, it didn't feel small as soon as I accomplished that activity or that new habit. Starting in small, attainable goals. By doing that, you're allowing yourself that opportunity to fulfill that goal and know you can accomplish it. And that is so empowering. Number 2, flip the script on negative self-talk. Let's talk about that inner critic. You know, the one that likes to tell you,
you can't do that. You're going to fail at that. Who do you think you are?
So instead of letting that voice take over, it's time to start flipping the script by affirming what's already true about you right here, right now. For example, instead of focusing on doubts, affirm what is possible in this present moment. So rather than saying,
I'll probably fail,
shift that to, I'm capable of achieving this goal. It's a subtle, but it's a powerful change. Try saying that to yourself right now, even if it's silent. Say, I am capable of achieving this goal. How does that feel? Each time you tell yourself that or something like that, flip the script, you will feel more and more powerful, more and more empowered. So here's a practice. When I notice that inner critic creeping in, because it creeps in, I stop and immediately affirm something positive about myself in the present tense. Things like, I am confident. It might feel a bit strange at first, but trust me, your words have power. When you consistently affirm what you want to be true, you start to align with it. The more you repeat these positive truths, the more they'll start to feel natural and real. And that's where transformation happens. Option number 3, and honestly, they're all very important. This one is probably the most. Celebrate the wins, no matter how small. Don't minimize the importance of celebrating your wins. Please. Here's the thing. Every step forward is worth celebrating, even the tiniest ones. So often we're waiting for the big giant wins, like landing a dream job or losing 20 pounds. But real progress is made in small, everyday moments. Let's say you got out of bed 10 minutes earlier than usual today. That's a win. Recognize it. You don't have to throw a party, but do something that makes it real. Write it down. Give yourself a little reward, whatever helps it stick. For me, I decided every time I remained patient when I got stuck and figured out the problem, I started recording it in the note section in my phone. Honestly, that task of just writing it down and looking at it and reading it back to myself, that made me feel like I was accomplishing so much more than usual, because all those times I figured it out, now in the past I probably would have A lot of those times I would have asked for help before persisting a little bit and figuring it out for myself. I know it can feel overwhelming when you're trying to break free from those old patterns. Remember, you don't have to do it alone. If you're ready to dive deeper, a 5-minute meditation to help you release limiting beliefs and embrace self-empowerment. I think you'll find it very valuable as the next step in your journey. Let's keep moving forward together. Namaste.